Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Costanza, a podcast about something. I'm your host, Joe Costanza, not to be confused with George Costanza from Seinfeld. I am here as usual with my second host, Jake from State Farm. Go and introduce yourself.
Hello. Hi. I'm
Uh, th-
Jake from State Farm.
this is episode 28, and I'm here as usual with these guys, Tasha, Jay Gooden, and Stefan, and Berg might be on the
Yo,
way, so we'll see. But yeah, go ahead and
technical
introduce
issues
yourselves.
with fun.
Um. All right. We'll go first.
Whoever wants to go first.
Sure.
Yeah.
You go first.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm Jay Gooden, aka Jump Master, one and only. Um. I'm pretty much one of the co-hosts of this podcast, and I love being here every single week, talking about movies, games, TV shows, trailers, and the likes of, and all the great things of nerdom. You can also check me out on my game platforms, JJ Media Games, on all social media platforms, networks, including Discord, Twitter, X, and everywhere, YouTube. So, and if you do have a chance, if you want that creative edge, you can always hit me up on jgmediadesigns.com. Creativity starts with you, one imagination at a time.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
All right, who wants to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. I'll get out of the way. Hi, my name's Stefan. You can find me on Twitch at Stefan87654.
All right, and we got
I'm mostly known for Mario Kart stuff.
all right, and we got Tasha.
Yeah, you got me. If you don't know who I am, the name's Tasha Gamer. I normally do my own kind of stuff on YouTube. I'm a pretty big, like, Mario and more bigger Sonic fan gamer. And I'm normally here as a co-host just to keep an eye on things and make sure that things go orderly. So, yeah. That's what I do.
Appreciate you all being here. So I guess we were gonna start off with Berg's mini review. We're actually gonna go review 3 stuff that we're watched over the weekend or the break actually. But I guess we'll start off with Stefan's choice. So, Stefan, what are your thoughts on Halloween? The holiday.
Right, so yeah,
No, I'm kidding.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Halloween was good. I went to my aunt's, but okay. In all seriousness, Halloween was a pretty good movie. It was pretty much the sequel to the original Halloween. So what happened was
Wait,
Michael
which one did
Myers-
you see?
the sequel. So
Oh,
in
the
the
20.
original movie, no, wait, in the sequel movie, I never saw the original, but the sequel movie, I'm guessing Michael Myers got caught and put in jail for his crimes because they showed a first scene where they looked at Michael Myers, like they interviewed Michael Myers, and he didn't say anything, but all the inmates were acting up and stuff. So that kind of started the movie, and then eventually Michael Myers and all the other inmates got they escaped from the bus, and then Michael Myers, yeah, like he escaped and he committed more crimes. Obviously, like it was pretty much a Michael Myers movie. You know, he pretty much does the crimes he is known for committing, and all the characters pretty much get older, which is what usually happens with these sequels that continue 20, 30 years after the original movie.
These damn
All the characters got
elders.
older. Yeah, they defeated Michael Myers, and that was pretty much it. And with these horror movie villains, you don't know if they die or if they're going to come back for another movie. We don't know. But pretty much they defeated Michael Myers, and Michael Myers committed crimes. They defeated Michael Myers eventually, and now that's pretty much the movie.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Exactly.
So, will you watch another Halloween movie? Like, will you go back to the original?
Yeah, I'm hoping to go back to the original if it ever comes on a streaming service. A lot of these movies that I watch usually end up popping up on a streaming service.
Let
So
me search that up
yeah.
because I think it is somewhere. Never mind, it is
I
jack
mo-
fucking
I-
shit.
I mostly watch Netflix and Peacock.
It's on Prime.
Yeah, I can. I have Netflix, Peacock, Apple TV, Prime, Hulu. I have pretty much most of the streaming services because pretty much in today's day and age, you need streaming services in order to watch TV because cable's dead. Pretty much at this point.
Cable is basically dead, yeah. And
at this point, yeah.
Let's be honest, you pirate them. Exactly. Daniel knows. Daniel's a real one.
Wait, what?
Don't, actually.
What?
Don't. That's just a joke.
Exactly. That's illegal. Never do that.
But, well,
I mean, as I usually say, it's only illegal if you don't get caught, so...
Exactly. Based. Anyways.
No comment.
Thank you.
No comment.
I guess, unless Stefan's got more to say, I guess we'll move on to what Jake and I saw.
Oh, bad and it's so bad and illegal. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Again, with boundaries, with limits.
Yep. So, I'm gonna be. I guess Jake and I.
Any other questions about the movie?
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, hey, Iceberg. Yeah, it was good, but yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty much what I expected from a Michael Myers movie. You know, he does bad things, and the good people have to try to stop him, and that's exactly what happened.
All right. Well, Iceberg is also here, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Iceberg Michael. The Thunder Pals had to handle some business, untimely, unfortunately, but I'm here now, so...
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry about that. But, glad to have you here. I knew someone who used to pirate, like, everything. Damn. Wow, hope they didn't get caught. But anyways, Bert, do you want to talk about your anime that you saw? You've been hyping it up for a while.
I have. All right, so I don't know how many people who intersectionally like anime who also like video games that come across you, but
you got 5
there's
minutes.
this new shit. I'm not gonna talk that much about it.
Okay.
I need more than 5 minutes to be honest with you. So I'm gonna keep it brief. There's this new anime from the new fall season called Dandadan. It's basically a paranormal story. It's two teenagers are in I guess it's high school, and they're into the occult, but they're into two different aspects of the occult. One, the guy, his name is Okarun. His name is Ken, but we're just gonna call him Okarun for the sake of this shit. He likes aliens and UFOs, or UAPs, he'll like to say it. And the girl Momo, she is into spirits and like yokai or Japanese monsters and like psychic powers and shit. So it's occult shit, but it's in two different lanes. But both of them end up encountering each other and arguing about which one is real versus which one isn't. And they end up both daring each other to go to the other's like hot spot for that particular occult item to see if what they believe in it actually exists. And it turns out that both of them don't really know if the thing exists or not. They're just like super hype about it. But what ends up happening is the boy gets possessed by a spirit and the girl gets abducted by aliens.
Damn. I think I actually heard about this. My boss was talking about it. He's like, you gotta check out this anime. I'm like, dude, I got other shit on my mind.
It's crazy. So what's even crazier, they're in two different spots, right? Because they went to two different locations. Mm-hmm. The guy who got possessed by the spirit travels through the cell phone to where the girl is and proceeds to fuck up all the aliens.
I'm sorry.
Damn, what?
But then they kind of like trick him and overpower him for a second, and he ends up spilling why he likes aliens. Like he's a shut in. He's like an outcast. People don't fuck with him. He just wanted a friend, and like no one would fuck with him. So he's like, yo, fuck it, aliens take me, fuck it. I'm calling out for you. And y'all never came. Now y'all show up after this girl who decided to talk to me after no one would fucking talk to me. This girl fucking is talking to me. Like, yo, you're not about to hurt my only friend, bro. Like, fuck that. So he ends up fighting them, but then he gets overpowered. And he's like, yo, I guess I can't save you after all. I was like, yo, you barely even started trying.
Wow, that's crazy.
Fuck this, I'm out.
So the aliens are getting ready to probe Momo, but Momo remembers something that her grandmother told her about inner energy. I think it's ki. We're just gonna go with ki. So after she remembers that, her psychic powers explode and she ends up fucking up the aliens.
Oh my god.
And this time for real, because she fucks them up so bad that the ship that they're on was cloaked as the moon. It decloaked and then it crashed into the middle of a fucking ravine somewhere.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
That's wow.
So, that's episode 1, and I didn't even
What?
give you all of episode 1. I just skipped over some shit. That's kind of what happens in episode 1. It gets crazier from there.
In the first episode.
It gets crazier from there. I'm not gonna.
Be shitting me.
I'm
You
not-
actually have to be shitting me.
I'm not gonna say anything else. You need to watch Dandadan. It's excellent.
I kind of want to now. All that. I thought you were talking about the season. I didn't expect that to be one episode.
No. It's the first episode.
Holy shit.
That's probably one of the best first episodes I've seen of a show.
That's the craziest stuff.
That sounds like the craziest for sure.
Content warning, though.
I don't know if it'll be Breaking Bad's first episode, but yeah, that sounds up there.
I do want to warn the squeamish because these are high schoolers and they do end up showing some fan service of the high schoolers. Some people have a problem. Some people have a problem with that, but it's in context of the story. It is aliens trying to abduct a girl.
Yeah,
they don't show nothing, but people act like fucking Quakers when they see a bra in panties. So just warning.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but still, they shouldn't be showing that stuff though.
It's Japan.
Well, it's anime. They kind of
So first of all, it airs in Japan, so they have a different set of standards than we do.
Yep, Ultra Shock.
And second of all, they're not nude, so I don't see a problem. But just what Stefan said, other people are going to be like, oh, they shouldn't do that.
I hate Cam.
So I'm just giving you a heads up.
All right, so speaking of crazy, Jake and I first of all, just to put in context, Jake and I have never seen a Tarantino film. I've been wanting to for a long time, and my uncle actually introduced us to Kill Bills 1 and 2, so
it's a good place to start.
I don't know who has seen these movies. If you haven't seen them, spoiler alert. Both of these I think are really damn good, but I'll let Jake have the floor for
okay, so I would say the first one I did like, but it was incredibly kind of cheesy. I wasn't prepared. I didn't know his style of directing, so I kind of went into it completely blind. And the moment they started doing zoom-ins and weird noises, I started dying of laughter. And the scenes when she would like cut off an arm and the blood just starts shooting out of it, I'm just dying of laughter. Like, why is there so much blood? It reminded me of that scene from Monty Python where he chops off the arm. He's like, I still got this one, and blood's just like shooting out of his arm.
But a scratch.
It's a flesh wound. But that's what it reminded me of, and it's kind of reminiscent of those old like Bruce Lee kind of movies or like samurai movies or something like that, where like someone someone would be able to jump like 50 feet in the air or something like that, or like
That was kind of the point.
or like stand on a sword or something. I'm like, that sword would fucking break under your weight. Like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those like unusual like things that wouldn't actually happen.
Yeah, but it was a fun movie. It's just I didn't know what I was getting
Like
into.
my dad,
but-
my dad thought it was the most ridiculous movie ever made. I fucking loved it. I was loving it throughout. Like I'm an action guy.
I will say, I will say, the action scenes were good and the story was pretty good as well. It's just a few of the moments like character screams or something, or like when someone got like kicked into a table, made like a bowling noise, like, got all the pins.
I can see that now. I can actually see that.
I gotta
It got
say,
me, but
as someone who is familiar with Uma Thurman and like the movies she's in, and I know she was married to Ethan Hawke, and like for those who don't know, Maya Hawke, who plays as Robin in Stranger Things, that's her mother. They look exactly alike. It's actually ridiculous. Like they
Whoa.
look super
the resemblance
similar.
is uncanny. Yeah.
Even their voices
But, yeah.
sound similar, which is crazy. But
So, yeah, but I will say, so in the movie, for some reason, it just turns black and white in a few moments, just randomly. Don't know why, but they do
Jake,
that.
you're
but-
forgetting one part. It's a fucking anime for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it turned into an anime like randomly for 15 minutes. Like, it was live action.
And you know what the
Then,
funny
like,
thing is? That was when they showed the Japan girl's backstory.
Yeah, when they showed the
Japanese
girl's backstory, they decided to put it in the style of an anime for some reason.
I'm
And
like, what the fuck is this?
I'm like watching, I'm like, what? I watched
That
it.
caught me off guard.
I have so many questions.
Wait. So just because the woman's Japanese, they had to put into anime, isn't that problematic?
No, I just find it funny. I think it's just because it was just so gory. Like her backstory was just so brutal and gory that they had to put it in anime form. Or maybe
Probably.
Tarantino's into that. Like I don't know. Speaking of into, I've underestimated how big his foot fetish is. Because he's like showing
No,
Uma
what?
Thurman's fucking piggies throughout. I'm like, what the fuck
What?
is this? Why are you showing her feet?
I know. What the
Is
fuck?
Dan Snyder help him with this movie?
Wow, are you serious? Wow.
Yes.
But, my God.
I know you're
That's
serious.
crazy.
For those who-
That's,
I'm gonna say it was a good time, but not in the way I don't think he wanted the film to be a good time.
No, I fucking loved it. As an action guy, this is
Oh, God.
hilarious. And
Yeah,
I love her car. I love that her car is called the Pussy Wagon. I love that.
She stole it from this
She
guy.
stole
yeah.
it from the guy, yeah. But for those who
But,
don't know, the synopsis of Kill Bill is there's this former assassin who is getting. I forget if it was like a fake marriage or like no, it was a real marriage.
No. Yeah, it was a real marriage. They were just rehearsing.
Yeah, it was a real marriage, but there's a gang that takes over the wedding rehearsal and basically shoots everybody, including her. She gets shot in the head, but she doesn't die. She actually is in a comatose
in
for
a
4
coma.
years. And keep in mind, she's also pregnant, so yeah, and then she wakes up 4 years later in a hospital bed, and like her baby's gone and all that, and she is vowing to kill everybody that from her memory that basically did this. There's like 5 people that she needs to kill, and she's tracking them down like John Wick, and it's a really fun time. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
And the person who is in charge of it is named Bill, and
Hence
I
Kill
think
Bill.
I think in there they explained, I think in the first one, that he's like her ex or something, and that's kind of why he did it. She was marrying someone else, and he was like, I ain't having that shit, and just yeah.
I ain't having that shit. But so
But yeah, the movie, it was brutal, but I found it funny. It's because of how over excessive the blood is. I felt like I was watching one of Sam Raimi's like Evil Dead movies.
Yeah,
how
I
they
can
would
see
had
that.
like some comedy or something by having excessive amounts of blood to make it like less realistic and more funny.
We went over the 5-minute mark, but I gotta say, I don't know which one I like better, 1 or 2. I might say 1 for now, but I can definitely see it being 2 in the future.
Okay,
I liked both.
Just real quick, I preferred 2. It was less over the top than the first one. I actually really enjoyed the second Kill Bill movie, but the first one was a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you haven't seen these movies, check them out. But if you're kind of squeamish on gore, maybe sit this one out. But
don't worry.
Sounds like a weird movie.
It's so over the top that you'll probably find it funny instead of squeamish over the gore. If anyone finds that squeamish, then there's something really wrong with you. I just gotta say.
The 2 films
Sounds
are
kinda
weirdly
weird,
paced. The first
honestly.
film is like all action and no story, and the second film was like all story and no action, maybe because they were meant to be watched together. Yeah, that's true. And my uncle wanted a third movie. Seeing the second movie and seeing how it ends, it doesn't need one.
No, it doesn't need a third movie.
And
That movie was concluded. It doesn't need another one.
yeah, and I'm happy Tarantino's like, no, not doing it, not doing a third one. So, yeah,
I'm happy he said that.
Did you see it, Karen?
I did. I was trying to refrain from talking about
I
it.
think he's seen a majority of the Tarantino movies. Pulp Fiction is next on the list.
I think I've only seen Kill Bill and Pulp Fiction. I don't think I've seen any other Tarantino film.
Yeah,
Oh, Reservoir Dogs. No.
Have you seen Django?
Oh yeah, I did see the Django. I only seen it once though.
Okay, well, all
So
of
I
those
don't
are on the
really,
list.
I don't really remember
But
it too well.
mini reviews are over with. Now we're going to be talking about a trailer that came out recently. And by recently, I mean on Monday. The highly anticipated and the only movie worth watching for the rest of the year, Sonic the Hedgehog, the third.
That's a big statement, but yeah, I wouldn't disagree.
The third. Like,
Sonic the Third,
The movie The Third, like it had some sort of Korean.
starring Jim Carrey.
Yeah, there we go.
And Keanu Reeves.
Twice, might I add, twice.
Double your villains, double your fun.
I will say though, that was kind of funny because before he said he was like retiring and saying it was his
Yeah.
last like Sonic film that he's gonna do, and then it's like in this next one he takes on 2 roles, one being of course Eggman, and then the second one being his fucking grandfather.
there are 2 Eggmen?
There's 2 Eggmen.
Right.
All right, Tasha and Jay, since you guys have been kind of sidelined, you guys can have the floor with this. Actually, everybody can. Fuck it.
Okay.
I didn't mind being in the back, but okay. But
Yay!
thank you very much.
Yeah. You can go, Tasha. Go ahead.
Oh god, I hate being on the spot.
Don't worry, there's only pressure.
Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up, Jay.
I'm joking, it's okay.
I guess I just say like as an overall thing, a lot of people are saying still that the movie's 50-50, and I don't really see why. Like, I don't know what Sonic fans are wanting. You're getting a third movie. You're getting one with Shadow. Shadow's got a gun. We're about to lose the moon. Like, what else do you want?
I mean, I can tell you what I want. I want no humans other than Robotnik and Maria.
I come to make an announcement.
for real,
Shadow the Hedgehog's a
Going on
bitch ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that meme.
Yeah, we went through that before. Like, funny enough, we saw the hero story and the dark story before we saw the trailer, and we did not expect to see a reference about the moon.
Yeah.
He pissed on the moon.
We're seeing the moon getting pissed on in live action. Movie of the year. Anyways,
And Shadow gets called Hot Topic as well, so like that
that
was
is
a
true.
highlight.
He did get hot top. Oh
So
man.
it's just like, all right, you Hot Topic, bring it on, and I'm just like, it's Wes. They know.
They know what we
They're part of the internet.
He better do an announcement.
I will lose my mind if he
He's
says,
always said that
I'll be right
so
back.
many
I gotta
times.
make an
He just wants
announcement.
an announcement in a cinema. He just wants that so bad.
if you said, so it's like, see that Obama? I pissed on the moon, you idiot. God, I'm gonna die from laughing.
In the UK, the movie is going to be like PG-13, so I wouldn't even be surprised if they said something like that. I would not. I wouldn't put it against them.
I think
I don't know
it's
why
gonna be
they-
PG-13 because of Maria. Let's be real.
No, I think they know just
Yeah.
PG.
I think it's PG because Shadow's got a gun.
Oh,
Can we
okay.
get one F-bomb?
Wait.
Shadow picks up the gun, cocks it, says, "Go fuck yourself," and then and then speeds away.
Chaos fucking control.
There we go.
Open the fucking door.
Here's Keanu Reeves. That's all.
I need the I found you faker in this movie somehow.
I need that, man.
Okay.
I need that reference.
I found you, fucker.
Hey, we could go with that too.
Faker.
You're the only fucker around
Fucker,
here.
bitch, this is PG.
No, it's just like there can only be one fucker here, and I'm like,
There can only be one use of the word fuck here.
The more you talk, the more I want to fucking hit you.
Yeah. Are they still gonna put in that storyline where Gun arrests Sonic instead of Shadow? Because apparently all hedgehogs look the same. Like,
That would be stupid, but if they do it, it would be hilarious.
and there's gonna be at least one scene where they're gonna get confused between the two of them.
like why? Well, I don't see how in the game they could have confused Sonic. Like, this
can
black
see
this black and red hedgehog is destroying shit.
One of them is blue and tan. They're not the same.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
quills are the same. The aren't the same. The
I know.
shoes aren't the same. The fucking cufflinks aren't the same. They're
I
not
know.
the same. They aren't
It's
the
like,
same.
it's like they're looking at a wanted poster. Hedgehog, white and I'm sorry, hedgehog, red and black, really fast. A blue one. Yeah, let's get that one.
Holy shit, there's a
Screw
blue board.
you.
Let's get it.
Like I said before, I like the fact that the main all three Sonic the Hedgehog films are pretty much like covering like the main turning points of Sonic history. With one, the origin, two, the Knuckles story, and three, the Shadow story, the Dreamcast era, and beyond.
Well, I think they're basing the third movie off Adventure 2 and Shadow the Hedgehog because there is one
that's-
clip where
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know what Shadow did, but Sonic's just on the floor, and it's the same as the intro from that game. So yeah.
Yeah. So I just
That's what
I just
you
like
get for calling me a fake hedgehog.
Yeah, I like the fact that like they're doing all of that stuff. So like it's really just like the trilogy itself are like really just big homages to itself, or to like the games that we really like with this franchise. And yeah, I just want to go say that like I'm looking forward to it. I got pretty hyped up with the second trailer. It was awesome, especially the Knuckles reference to Detective Pikachu, which was freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah,
That
I
was-
forgot about that.
That was funny.
And I noticed the Chow Garden is instead
The
like a
Cow
kid.
Garden.
It's like a kid's amusement park or something instead of an actual garden. And
Yeah.
also, I just gotta say, what the hell was with the ending of the trailer where Gerald is Santa Claus or something, and then Robotnik
Oh,
just
for
body
fuck's sake, you had
slams
to
him
remind me of that.
into a fucking Christmas tree? Like the fuck is that?
I don't even know if it's Gerald. I think that's just someone like I guess being Santa, and Eggman just kind of sees him and is like, "Yep, that's a hostage opportunity."
So it actually begs the age-old question, and I really think that the Sonic 3 is officially going to be in the same bubble with Die Hard. Is it a Christmas film?
I was gonna say, is Sonic 3 gonna be a Christmas movie?
Anything with a
We
Christmas
went
tree
over
is a
this.
fucking
If your
Christmas
setting
movie.
is Christmas, it's a fucking Christmas movie.
Exactly.
It's taking place in
Exactly.
Batman
Hey.
Returns is a Christmas movie.
Exactly.
That is cool.
How? What?
Oh, guys, a Christmas show.
You cut out with it on my end.
All kinds of Christmas shop.
I thought
Oh.
I said that as well.
But I know it's Die Hard had like terrorists being killed. Sonic 3, and that's considered a Christmas movie. Sonic 3, Maria's gonna get killed, and that's a Christmas movie.
No.
I've seen so many posts being like, listen,
God.
guys, can you please not cheer when Maria gets shot in a movie, please?
How is the film gonna be PG and not PG-13? I don't get that. Like,
It's PG-13 here. I know that.
yeah, well,
They're allowed one curse word.
I don't know. Let me search it up. Is it
Yeah.
actually PG here?
yes, it is. In the United States, it's PG. I don't know why.
They don't want to scare away the kiddies. So.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, hey, Bambi was PG, and look what happened in that.
No, Bambi was G. They didn't
Bambi
even have
was
PG
so
back
sad.
then.
Oh yeah, it was G.
Bambi
And then
was
the
so
mother was
bad.
still,
It will definitely.
Yeah.
Google
The-
says PG.
the mother was still killed though.
That's true. Stefan, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts on
Yeah,
it?
they
Because you
got
haven't really said
Kristen Ritter
anything.
in this movie.
Yeah.
They got Jessica Jones. Hold up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I thought
Jessica-
the Sonic,
wait, Jessica
Sonic trailer
Jones?
was good. I mean, it's a Sonic trailer, so it's going to be good.
That is true.
They got my girl Jessica
Jim Carrey
Jones.
obviously steals the show, so
For sure.
Always will.
Oh my God, they do
Actually-
have her.
Actually, I'm actually definitely looking forward to Keanu Reeves' Shadow because I might be eating my words when the movie comes out because review will be in the next episode. But I do think that Keanu Reeves' Shadow is one of the best casting choices of all time. I absolutely
Yeah.
love it.
I like the
I
fact that
totally
Keanu
agree.
actually did his
Totally agree.
research as well, because he said in an interview a couple of days ago, actually, that he like looked through Shadow's backstory, he looked through the origins, he did his research on playing Shadow, and I think he does it very well.
This is why Keanu
now
is the
that's
fucking goat.
dedication. Now that's
Yeah,
dedication.
Yep.
God,
It
that's
is,
awesome.
yeah.
And like,
I'm
I think
happy.
he doesn't even need to do like an impression. He could just do like his calming, like John Wick voice, like "This ends now," and he nails the voice. You could
That-
hear
that is his
Shadow in his
voice.
voice. It's awesome.
Exactly, that is his voice.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
He's gonna say that. That's probably why
Faker.
because then he gets to say damn.
You're the only fake hedgehog around here.
I really feel like Keanu Reeves is the Shadow as Patrick Stewart is the Professor X. Honestly,
No, I think it's like
Oh.
Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
or even that. Yeah, even that too. Like it's just like they were just meant for the role. They were just
Oh,
meant
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm happy
It
it says
was-
Sometimes
Stewart and not
people are
McAvoy. I
meant
love
for-
McAvoy, but Stewart is clearly the better choice. But yeah, overall, I think it's. I'm excited for it. So.
I mean, I have to be excited. It's kind of in my own like.
Exactly. You need to be. Like, it's required.
Same here.
Yeah, it is exactly.
So, should we talk Gladiator 2 first or Wicked first?
Wicked. I'm ready.
Alright?
Yo, he's
Oh,
ready.
Wicked. Alright, so.
Oh, he ready.
He's ready. He's
So-
born ready.
Spoilers for both Gladiator 2 and Wicked. I'll make time codes for both of these for people who are watching it as a VOD. Yeah, spoilers for both. Go ahead.
All right. So first off, let's address the elephant in the room, the controversy. That's not really a controversy. They did like a race swap with the original character, but it's fine because the character is green and he did a really good job either way. But usually I hate race when they do race swapping in movies. Disney, I'm looking at you, but
Yeah, I hate it too.
but pretty much overall the main character for Wicked, the new one, did a really good job. And either way, everyone's got to relax. The main character's green. He eats grass. He didn't eat grass. It's all right. So
I mean, it's like
I'm
a
sure
Gamora
there's
from
people-
Guardians, so like
I'm sure
that's
there's
how I see
people
it.
that got annoyed even with that type of race swapping, but it's fine because the main character is green, so it's okay. I mean, as long as the character is green, then any person can play that character as long as it's a woman and it stays true to the main character. But either way,
Yeah.
the I hope what I said just made sense. But either way, let's go on to the main part of the main movie. So the main movie was based off of obviously a musical, and Jay Gooden can back me up if I ever get anything wrong or miss anything. But it tells a story about how Galinda and Elphaba first met each other. They met each other through university, and they majored in wanting to be wizards and stuff. And they pretty much have this goat professor that's an animal, and they pretty much have like this entire feud between animals and humans where I guess like this higher power wants to take over the animals and make the humans like they want to use animals as like their slaves, and
Mhm.
they pretty much the higher power wants to take over them, like the wizards and stuff, like the higher wizards and stuff. That's why the female professor, I guess the dean, the female professor, wanted to take advantage of Elf Baba to take advantage of her and use all her powers because they knew from the very beginning he had a lot of power and stuff. So throughout the entire movie, they took advantage of that. And the story also has a lot to do with Glinda and Elf Baba's friendship throughout the entire movie, and how they get from the university to Oz, pretty
Mhm.
much. Because
Yeah. Mhm.
what were you gonna say?
No. I'm just agreeing with you. Yeah. I'm
Oh,
agreeing.
okay, yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
100%. You're on point.
So
You're
pretty much
absolutely on point.
Elphaba gets a ticket to Oz. She invites Glinda. They go there. They meet the higher power and stuff. And he pretty much tells Elphaba to read a book. And the professor dean person is there as well. And they tell her to read a book. It transforms the monkeys to make them have wings and stuff. But it ends up hurting the monkeys because she uses too much power and she doesn't know what she's doing. And she asks the professor dean to turn back the spell because it's obviously hurting the monkeys and she doesn't want to hurt the monkeys. But it turns out that they don't know how to undo the spell. That's why they wanted Elf Baba to come there and take control. Because, like I said, they knew the amount of power that she had. But Elf Baba didn't like being used, being manipulated. So she
Mhm.
just took everything into her own hands now. And everyone ended up getting mad at her and stuff. And now they see her as like the Wicked Witch and stuff. Glinda ended up getting mad at her because she just ended up flying off the handle, and pretty much, Elphaba just wanted to do things like her own way. She didn't want to be manipulated, but because she pretty much got manipulated ever since and abused ever since she was a child because of how she looked and how she got treated and stuff. And she pretty much wanted to just do, the right thing and do her things her way. This movie pretty much makes you look at Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, a totally different way, because in the original movie you see her as the main villain, but when you see her in this, you see her as a sympathetic character because you can relate to what she's going through, because she's going through a lot of stuff and she had enough and she just got tired of being pushed and manipulated and made fun of, and now she just takes matters into her own hands. So it's going to be continued. I guess they're making a Wicked Part 2. So I guess they're going to continue the story pretty much, which is nice. Some main things I want to touch upon, and then I'm going to let Jay Gooden go. But the music was amazing. Ariana Grande did a really good job with being Glinda, and the music was amazing. All the songs were amazing. All the old songs they brought back were amazing. Like I didn't even have one issue with any of the music or anything in the movie. And another thing that I really liked in the movie is, for one scene, they brought back the original actors from the Broadway musical, which was really nice. I
Oh, that's
think
nice.
it was the song, I think, One More Day from Emerald City. They brought back the original actors from the original musical, which was really nice. I really enjoyed that. And overall, I think the movie was extremely good. I think everybody did an amazing part with their roles in this movie, and I really didn't have that many complaints with this movie, if any. I feel like it stayed true to the original. It was simple and easy to follow. You know, they pretty much kept everything that was good with the musical. You got to see the main original musical actors. I really couldn't find anything wrong that was with the movie. Everything was really, just good overall.
All right, and Jay Gooden, what do you think about it?
I think it's pretty good. Like, aside from the musical and whatnot, it's a pretty interesting tale of like friendship and harmony. All throughout the film, like people, like the ongoing message that like you can be who you want to be, and if you have the courage, to do so, and like you just have to understand like aspects of life, like not everything's all doom and gloom, and you should be who you want to be, despite your past and your shortcomings. You can be larger than life in each and every single step of the way, and I really feel like this empathizes with a lot of the characters for the whole entire film. With even with the side characters, I just understand that like you should have faith and courageousness with every single step that you take with life, no matter what the circumstances are. And I really feel like that ongoing message like definitely reverberates into a more higher calling, with humanity and just like who we are, with as emotional bodies, of literature, dance, theater, and strength from within. Now, all of those aspects embody every single character, every single important character, anyway. Aside from the main villains, to a high tier, and Stefan just like he knocked it out the water with the summary, you know. Spoiler, not spoilers. It was fantastic. So, yeah, I liked it. I would definitely recommend it. This actually caught me by surprise. I really thought that it would just be like some weird, whimsical Disney High School Musical theater trap. But it ended up telling like a great film, and it starts right off from the original Wizard of Oz, and and the fact that like just like how Stefan said, like a brand new take on the wizard, um, pretty much or the witch, I should say, the Wicked Witch, but different take on the Wicked Witch, like is very wholesome. It's heartsome. It's great to see that like that someone who just has such a bad horrific past can actually like muster up the courage to be who they want to go be, and realize like the differences between right and wrong, and that you can help everyone and everything around you. You don't necessarily have to go or embody tyranny just because like it's been like a chip on your shoulder for your whole entire life. Like you can rebel against it and still be happy for the person that you are. And and I loved it. I loved it. It's a really good wholesome tale, and yeah, this is one of those sleeper hits that I really feel like it doesn't really feel like a sleeper hit. I really feel like this is something that like everyone should definitely go watch.
I don't think it's
especially
a
when they're
sleeper
down.
hit because it's actually kicking ass at the box office right now. So like, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
everybody's seen it.
Yeah, yeah. What I mean by that, I like when I say 60%, when I say sleeper hit. Sorry. I mean I'm saying like it just coming by surprise because I thought that like all the pizzazz
Oh,
was gonna like cover every important aspect of the film, but no, everything just flows freely. Just like water. Like it's really good. Everything fleshes out great. Character dynamics were great. Especially with the two main characters. You get to see pretty much like all the aspects that flow in this beautiful world, especially Emerald City and Shiz University. Like it's great.
no,
It's really good.
that sounds
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And now,
I wonder though. I wonder if in the sequel movie they're going to make Elf Baba more evil. Like, I wonder
That's
if
what I
he's
want to know.
going to go through more of a change in the sequel, because you never really get that transition that much between this movie and the original Wizard of Oz, how she became evil, pretty much. Like, in this movie, she was extremely sympathetic, but in the original Wizard of Oz, she was pretty much evil. So I wonder if the sequel is going to elaborate on that and make Elf Baba more evil.
Well, based on what you guys are telling me, if they're trying to go out their way to make her look like a good person that was transformed over time, that's probably what's going to end up happening. You're going to see a slow transition into her going from someone who's decent to someone who's like, well, fuck it. You didn't want to fucking cure my monkeys? Fuck all y'all. Now I'm evil now.
Probably.
Maybe.
But overall,
Maybe.
yeah, like me and Jay Gooden said, this movie was really good. I mean, I love musicals, so I was very happy to see this movie. I thought this movie was great.
All right, well that's good to hear. And I guess you can argue that this year had its own Barbenheimer because like Wicked is now like a thing online where it's Gladiator 2 and Wicked, and I'm pretty sure Mufasa and Sonic 3 are gonna have the same thing because they're both released the same day. But the second,
To be honest, I hope Sonic does better than Mufasa.
it will.
Oh, Sonic will.
It definitely will.
Yeah.
it will. No, hands on it will. Like no,
people
it
have,
just
people have
much
lost
strength.
interest in Disney, so I'm pretty sure that like they'd be lucky if Mufasa actually does decently well, because like I don't think anybody's interested in that compared to Sonic. So
Mufasa. Ooh, say it again.
I think it's because it's like the ongoing bad taste in everyone's mouth, like with all the live action retelling
Yeah,
of the
the
classic
Disney,
films.
the Disney live action movies aren't that good. There's
Yeah.
very
They are
few of them that
really
are
a
good.
hit and a miss. They are definitely hit and misses.
the only one I like
There's
is
only-
the Jungle
there's only,
Book.
like-
Everything after that was just bad.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the only live action movies, the Disney ones I liked were Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and I heard Jungle Book was good.
Yeah, Jungle Book was really good. I haven't seen
I ain't
most of them.
watched none of them craps. I'm glad at least one of them was
I
good.
have seen the live version of Beauty and the Beast. It wasn't that bad, but could always. It's Disney. They can always do better.
Wait, Jake, did we see Beauty and the Beast?
Exactly.
Wait, what?
Did we see
Wait.
Beauty and the Beast, the live action one?
The live action? Yeah, we did once a long
How
time
the
ago.
fuck do I not remember it?
It must have been
Because-
that forgettable.
Maybe you
Well,
don't need to remember it.
It was pretty forgettable. I wish I didn't have any recollection of it, but I do remember seeing it.
You remember it? Oh, you poor soul.
A few scenes here
didn't
and
like
there
me,
are
my
in my
guest?
brain. A few scenes here and there, like flashes and images, like in my brain cells. Other than that, I can't recount a single
Oh,
thing.
You
yeah,
didn't
I
like
forgot.
CGI teacups?
Josh Gad is actually pretty good as LeFou. I will give it that.
Yes.
God, I can't recount a single thing that happens in that
You
movie.
don't fuck with Gaston?
And I think, how do I say his name in a pun? Gandalf Magneto, he's Lumiere, I think, in this movie. Or is that somebody else? Let me actually search it up. Is it Ian McKellen, or is it somebody else?
You shall be our guest.
Let me see this. Ewan McGregor is Lumiere. Who the fuck is Oh, he's Cogsworth. Never mind. I got the two mixed up. Never mind. Yeah, he's
Hello there.
Cogsworth. Okay, I got the two mixed
Hello
up.
there.
My fault. But
Bruh.
yeah. I guess moving on from that horse shit. I think who else saw Gladiator 2 besides Jake Gooden?
No.
I did not see that. I
I
can't even
did.
give you. I can't even give you a
I
joke
didn't.
about that.
All right. Well, all right. Well, Joe, you want to go start this one off? Sure.
No, I haven't seen it, but yeah. So the second part of Glickit, or technically the first part of Glickit, is Gladiator 2. So spoilers for that. I have not seen either of these. So Jay, you have the
Okay.
floor.
Okay. I really think that this one was kind of like a hit and miss in a sense. I do like the fact that it's pretty much its own unique take with as a sequel. It's definitely nowhere near as popular or nowhere near as great as the first one, which was a complete masterpiece. Pretty much tell a story of a barbarian warrior that is trying to fight for not just for survival for his peers, but also with freedom. And the fact that he has to go through a set of games just to go prove his worth and actually go through notions of freedom. And I really feel like this was kind of cool in a sense where it's that fight scenes were great. It's very riveting with the way how they go about it for each and every single set of games. I think every single set of the Gladiator games also has its own unique theme that makes it pretty unique. I actually like the characters and even like the transitions throughout the film. I did not necessarily like some of the cheesy lines. I think like the
Okay.
dialogue and the writing can be a whole lot better. I didn't I just kind of just like rubbed me off on the wrong way with the way how some of the characters were speaking. Denzel Washington was of course Denzel Washington. Like
Oh yeah, I love
I
Denzel.
I really feel like him and Pedro Pascal as the Emperor was like the main big highlights of the film as well as the main character. Um, I really feel like those were like the main three that kind of pretty much like carries like the whole entire movie. Other than that, like it kind of does fall apart with some of the CGI and the animation that they do have, like some of the animals during the gladiators and whatnot. And it's also somewhat not historically accurate. Yeah, when it comes to those Roman times, there definitely wasn't freshwater sharks. During that time, but yeah, that's just like a little spoiler here. Um, yeah, but honestly, it's a riveting story. Where you find out like the main character, um, lost his dad. His dad was a true Roman warrior that was killed during a conflict, and his mother had to go send him away. Yeah, for just to go protect him, but never necessarily came back in order to like see them and rekindle that family relationship. So he goes. So when he's a barbarian, he goes through the notions of of trying to show that he can win his freedom back. You know what I mean? So he's always fighting for survival. He's always fighting for a purpose in order to prove his worth. And like he stumbled upon by Denzel Washington as one of the kings. Comes and he basically brings him in order to fight for him and for his kingdom and prove his worth for the games. And he does that each and every single step of the way. And then he finds out that he's actually a corrupt king that just wants to work his way illicitly, yeah, through the Roman Empire. And he finally finds out that he was the one who killed many of the other kings, as well as his own mother, like later on in the film. And he uses this as ammunition in order to free the rest of the barbarians who are in captivity, in order to show that the fallen Roman Empire needs to be restored to its former glory. So he goes about the notions. He fights for his worth. He eventually goes up against Denzel Washington's character as king, as a false king, and does the real work on him. Let's just say. I don't want to say a lot about this film, but I would say that like when it comes to action packed scenes, it's definitely up there. I would definitely give it a high rating with that. It's just a little bit on the niche side when it comes to dialogue and some of the writing, and his little war cry could be a lot better compared to the first film. Like, and some of the music scores could have been like a little bit tightened up in those particular areas. But overall, it was a satisfying average film. I would say that it's alright. It's a fun ride all the way. It would help if you saw the first one, but it's been so long. It's been like 25 years since the first Gladiator came out. So
Jesus.
yeah, so you can probably get by with just like watching the second film and still have like a good average time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do have plans on watching both. So comparing the two movies, since like people compared Oppenheimer and Barbie, which movie do you think is better, Wicked or Gladiator 2?
Gladiator, if you just want to have a good time, with epic action fights and whatnot, but like, it kind of falls, out of line. With bits and pieces, with the story writing and the CGI, it could be a lot better. I mean, it's dope, but you can tell like they kind of cut corners with some of the visual effects, and just overall with like with the character development, I really feel like it's okay, but it's definitely not on par with Wicked. I mean, Wicked, I really feel like Wicked just like edges or goes leaps and bounds over Gladiator too. When it
Sure,
comes
we'll go
to
with that.
like a great experience, surprisingly, I think Wicked wins this one.
Wicked is nice because it reminds me of my high school choir class because we sung a Wicked melody when we were in high school choir. So it reminded me back to like my high school choir days.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
And wow, the song ended at a perfect time. So I guess I'll keep it going. Fuck it. So since basically we're done, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I got something to say though.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Here we go,
Anyways,
bud.
so I have actually I'll turn this off. I have a bit of an announcement to make. Actually a few.
Oh, boy.
One of them being there will be no podcast next week. However, there will be something special.
What?
There will be something
Let's
special that we're
go.
doing instead of that. We're going to be doing a Mario Party
Yeah.
special event where all six of us are going to be going against each other in Mario Party Superstars. We don't all have Jamboree, so we decided on Superstars. We're going to be doing 2 rounds. These 4 will verse each other, and then the top 2 will go against me and Jake.
A whole free for all. Fuck you all. All right, moving on.
So, yeah, we've all agreed to do this. It's on December 7th, same time as before. As it usually goes, 11 to 12. We probably won't make it to 12 o'clock. We might make it to 12:30, or we might go early. I don't know, but. Either way, that's next week instead. I feel like this should be like a very fun event since the year's wrapping up and we're reaching a year of the podcast. I figured might as well do something special for it since we're not doing it today, or we're not doing it next week or the week after. So I figured might as well just do this. It might be a yearly thing if it turns out well. Who knows? But yeah, it's gonna be it. These are gonna be all of our characters. I think. Maybe I know Bergen and Stefan are definitely going to be these 2 characters. Jake and I are going to be these 2 characters. I think Tasha did say she's going to be Luigi, and Jay I'm pretty sure is going to be Wario. I hope I got that right.
Wario time.
Okay, good, good. I was like, okay, this is a gamble.
You asking if I'm gonna be Wario, man? What? That's crazy.
I knew. I didn't.
Wario.
Wario.
I think Wario, man. The best Mario character ever.
That-
Jeez,
Come
you guys
on,
just got
man.
the best VC chain ever. Like, what the hell was that?
but yeah, that's gonna be.
You know I gotta represent the W, man. Ain't no but wins over here, baby.
Hell yeah. All right. So it's kind of like a mini tournament thing. I was actually going to bring in 2 guests, but I figured, you know what, since we're all here and we all have the game, I figured this might be a fun thing to do. So I'm going to cast my screen on Discord, see who can share their side of the game, like whether it's like I think it's probably gonna be Tasha that'll share her screen. I don't know, but
Yeah, probably would be.
and then yeah, these 4 Stefan, Berg, Jay, and Tasha will all be facing each other, and the top 2 will move on and fight me and Jake, and then we'll crown just the champion of whoever the
Making him
fuck
sound
it
like
is.
a giant big boss, I guess. But we'll go with it.
We'll just see who the best host/co-host is, and it's definitely
You
me.
know it's gonna be between you and Tasha. Just knock it off.
It's not
Wow.
gonna be me. I don't know why you're putting like a vote on me already. I'm terrible at Mario Party.
You're right. It's not gonna be you because it's gonna be me.
No,
Well, I'm.
All right, Justin Timberlake, relax.
Jake. If
We're not going that far.
Jake,
I
if-
may not win, but it's not gonna be you.
That's
There
just
you go.
That's
My
just
man,
we
my
go.
man said
Here
it's
we
gonna
go.
be me.
What have I ever done to you?
You've done a lot. You've done a lot.
Yeah, that's true. I've done a lot.
I
regrets.
like how Steph
Anyway.
is just silent in the corner. He's probably
no
planning his
regrets.
attack.
Okay, bud. Okay.
I'm
In all
joking.
seriousness, Joe, you did a really good job with that thumbnail.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Yeah, you
it.
did a very
Yeah,
good job.
you did. It was great.
Yeah.
Trying to make it professional. So, yeah, that's gonna be happening. And since it's December in literally a minute, I figured I might as well just talk about future episodes on the podcast.
Shit, it's December. Mariah Carey's coming out from underground.
She already
Oh
is.
dear God!
She already.
All we want is Christmas.
She's
That's
been
it. All we
defrosted
want.
since November. So,
I've been asleep for 365 days.
December.
It's time to conquer the charts.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
We made it, y'all. It's
I
December.
have been want for Christmas.
There we go.
and now it's December. So yep. So,
Let's go. Finally.
You just open up your window and play that song. Turn it off.
Turn that shit off.
shut.
Shut up. Turn it off.
Now
It
that
can't be
it's
stopped. The
December.
self-sustaining now.
On my way.
You think I have a choice? I have to keep the window open. The holidays are here.
Now that it's December, I just wanna ask this question. Now it's December.
Oh, no.
All right. Who gonna hook up your boy Waddy over here for PS5 Pro this year?
Damn.
None of us.
We'll
He would
see.
do that
We'll see.
himself.
Better start a savings account, my guy.
so
No, he's doing that all
I haven't
himself.
played
Ain't
PlayStation
helping.
since PS2 days.
so
Let alone PS5.
yeah, in terms of the future of not only the podcast but the channel itself, expect December to be a very, very fun month. Not only is the
Nice.
podcast event going to happen with Mario Party Superstars next Saturday, we have 3 episodes left for the remainder of the year. We have episode 29, which is our Sonic 3 review. That'll be the entire episode. No mini reviews at all or anything. Episode
I'm about to go off. I hope I can actually go off with that one.
that'll be
You better go off. That's your episode.
That's definitely your episode.
exactly. That'll be Saturday, December 21st. Monday, December 23rd will be the 1-year anniversary of Costanza, a podcast about something. We will talk about our well, we actually have a topic in mind of what we're going to talk about, and there will be a special guest on here, maybe 2, I don't know, but we'll be talking about that topic and then our thoughts on like this year as a whole in terms of the podcast, and then
Oh, boy.
like what we hope the future will bring. And the week before that, December 16th, is the 1-year anniversary of my channel. I hope to see you all there for that. We're going to be playing Mario Kart 8
Nice.
Deluxe for about 5 hours, so
Yeah.
hope to see you guys there for that. Episode 31.
Better get my broken Joy-Cons ready.
Yeah. You better. And
Better get some good Joy-Cons for Christmas. The fuck?
No better.
and Saturday.
Is it even worth it at this point? Because isn't the
No,
Switch
get a
free
pro
now?
controller, but
Get a
yeah.
pro controller.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
doesn't that have
do
drift
yourself
as well?
Just do yourself a
No.
favor. Get your pro controller, man. Yeah,
Get
and
a
make
pro
sure it's on
controller.
Power 8.
So the Pro Controller doesn't have drift at all.
I mean,
No.
it depends which one you get, because I've
I mean, yeah, like it
experienced-
depends
I've
obviously which one you get, but it's definitely less of a probability for
Yeah.
getting a drift on a
Like
pro
it-
controller than
like you're
Then,
almost
like,
guaranteed. You're almost guaranteed with the Joy-Cons. At least the pro controller, there's a chance it won't happen.
and on
it lasts
December
longer.
on December 28th, which is a Saturday. This will be. It might start early depending on the time, but this may be like a 2-3 hour podcast depending on when we start. Obviously, that's the last episode of the year. Is going to be the best and worst of 2024. We're going to be going probably deep into most of these projects that we've seen. I mean, we've talked about most of them on past podcast episodes, so we won't talk too much about it. But that's going to be a fun episode. I've been looking forward to it literally all year, so we'll see. And then I guess, yeah, I return to gaming streams starting, well, technically the 7th, but the 16th is when I come back fully.
There we go.
Let's go.
And yeah,
The Joe C show is back in business, baby.
Yeah.
exactly. And yeah,
Yeah, baby.
expect several more streams in the future, both podcast and gaming wise, in 2025. It's going to be a very fun month and a fun year. So I appreciate you all. I know it's been a rough time in terms of the podcast. We're damn near getting 30 episodes out, but like I said, we'll save that big talk for episode 30 and 31. But those are just future announcements. Let's just go to Q&A real quick because there are actually a couple ones questions asked by Daniel. So let's just see. He asks, after this year was releasing less films, and for the most part, films seem to be making more money than previous years. Do you think they'll continue with this moving forward? Probably. I think it depends on like what they make and if it just goes well. You know, I mean, I think 24 wasn't as good as 23 in terms of movies, but I mean,
Is he talking in general or about a specific studio?
I think it's in general because like I don't know. What is your go-to film to show people? Godzilla -1. I don't know about everybody else.
I'm with you on that, brother. The #1 film of all time.
Hell
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Godzilla -1 blows everything out the
Yeah.
water. Yeah.
I heard rumors that they're making a sequel, like a -2 or something.
I definitely have thoughts about that. Let me tell you. But
-1 literally made me cry, and it was like tears of joy. It wasn't tears of agony. It was tears of joy, man. Like it was just fantastic, man.
For sure.
Absolutely a masterpiece.
And
Yeah.
who do you guys have any movies of your choice that you'd recommend, like go-to films?
Not really, no. I don't really have favorites when it comes to things. I let people just be open on whatever they want to see or like see by themselves. So
Stephen Berg.
I can't really think of any movies. Any movies in general that you recommend?
I don't know, but
that's what I think is being asked. Like, do you have any that you think you could recommend someone?
I've been watching a lot of Netflix lately, and the only movies that really stuck out to me were the Paul Blart Mall Cop movies. I thought those were pretty good, even though they're not like these deep movies. I still thought they were pretty good. And I'm trying to think. No, that was it. That was the only movies I can really think of. There was this movie called that I've watched a little bit ago called Cam. That movie was pretty good. It was pretty much like how like OnlyFans girls get treated, like the behind the scenes, how like OnlyFans women pretty much get treated and stuff, like the whole dark side of OnlyFans women get treated. Like they usually get discriminated against and not treated very well, and their family and friends really like look down upon them because of the job they chose to take. But it kind of makes us think about like what we do as content creators, because like how far off are we? Because we kind of try to do the same thing, except it's different fields of content. So it kind of makes you think somewhat of how like people get how like a lot of these workers get like treated and stuff. In a way, like a lot of people like the movie because of the message that it tries to convey, pretty much.
All right, and Berg, you got anything?
I got it. I need clarification
From me?
No, Joe's question. Is this something recent you've seen, or just something of all time?
I think it's just I think Daniel's just asking, like in general, like your go-to film to show people.
Well, for a long time, my favorite film was Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Like, I think that's like just a really good film. But ever since I've like began my journey with the MCU, I haven't really watched many non-MCU movies, probably outside of John Wick and Everything Everywhere Always at Once, whatever the fuck. Weird ass title. Even though I say that, I do recommend that movie. That movie is actually excellent. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of really fucking good movies. Like, the first Matrix was a good movie. Like, fuck. The John Wick franchise is fucking good. You need to watch that if you haven't. Kill Bill, what we talked about earlier, was a great duology, I guess you want to call it. Like, there's a lot of really good movies out there. So I wouldn't even really know where to begin with it with a recommendation. So I'm just gonna go with my pre-MCU favorite of Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Do documentaries count? Like, does it matter if we recommend documentaries?
They're movies.
Yeah, I guess so.
There was one that stuck out, which was because we usually talk about this stuff all the time. There's this one documentary called The Social Dilemma that really has to do with the dark side of politics and how both sides of the political spectrum have like evil propaganda to them. Like both sides, both Republicans and Democrats, have like political propaganda to them, and it encourages people to think independently for themselves rather than just pick one side all the time and then just listen to one news feed. Try to make your own opinions and make your own perspective on things, because if you end up listening to like propaganda too much from either side, it can lead to drastic consequences. So that's pretty much what The Social Dilemma teaches, pretty much. Like, just to be informed about politics, but don't get too crazy with it, and try to make your own opinion instead of just listening to one side all the time. Because most of the time with politics, people try to get you just to follow one side all the time, and they usually try to manipulate you into feeling one way all the time. And if you don't, like, if you have any different opinion that's different from the one side, people usually think there's something wrong with you for having an independent opinion or being an independent, instead of just having like your own opinions and like being independent and just believing in what you want to believe instead of just believing in one party all the time. And that's pretty much what The Social Dilemma really teaches. Like, don't fall for like propaganda and just believing in one party.
Wow.
Sounds profound.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the final question: do you think there will be a Sonic 4? They did confirm that they are making a Sonic 4. So yeah.
They already have Sonic 4 in
so-
development, and we are going to get whatever character is going to be in Sonic 4 in the end of Sonic 3.
Possibly
so.
Metal Sonic.
Sonic 4 versus
It's
Ugly
either
Sonic.
Metal,
Sonic
Amy,
versus
or
Ugly
Silver.
Sonic.
That's who I think.
Sonic versus Ugly Sonic.
Let me put y'all on something. As long as these Sonic movies make money, there's gonna be a Sonic 20. Alright?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're going
so
to make a TV show.
You ain't gotta worry about if there's another Sonic movie coming. It's coming. Alright?
It will.
For sure.
It will.
I'm gonna say this. I bet you.
Sonic
Like,
205.
I bet
Yeah.
you like. I'll bet you like the reason why they're doing this is because Sega has to go recuperate the money, and they've been doing an excellent job with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially with the debacles that they had like throughout the decades. Like, it was to a point where that video game company was so much on the verge of being extinct that like there was a Japanese businessman, that literally like, donated billions of yen just to get that company back on track.
Yeah.
That's how sad it was at
Damn.
one point in history.
I mean, it's crazy
So-
that we went from Ugly Sonic to this. So that's kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
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 So like I'm actually happy that Sega is definitely back on track with Sonic games and Sonic media. Even the comics are doing good. Like the IDW comics are great. Yeah, they're really good. So
So I gotta ask you something since we're on the horn with a bunch of Sonic fans.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna implement Sonic Spinball into any of these movies.
No.
The spin dash?
I'm sorry.
I
We're
would.
talking about spin dash.
Sonic.
talking
Sonic
about
Shuffle
that
about to be in Sonic
ass
7.
Genesis game. Jay Gooden knows
Sonic
what I'm talking
Spinball.
about.
Pinball was
Sonic
trash,
CD?
bro.
No, Sonic
Spinball
Spinball. That
Spinball
is
was-
Wait, that's a game?
Yeah.
Oh no, you
it's
don't
a-
know about
okay,
Sonic Spinball.
Okay, so Tasha, it came
okay.
out. It came. Okay, it was an American release Sonic game. It was American only release Sonic game. It never released.
It was
in
it was only American release only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
like,
Pinball
that
or
might be a good
spinball?
thing that you never heard of this.
yeah.
Wait,
So
Sonic Pinball or Spinball?
So the
Pinball.
Spinball was hold on. So
Basically,
Spinball,
Sonic is a pinball machine.
Sonic in
I
a
forgot
pinball
the-
machine.
Oh, okay.
I forgot the setting of that game,
Sonic
but-
Pinball Machine. Okay.
Yeah. So
No.
like he goes into this volcano setting. I forgot the name of it, man. It was so long ago. And like
Yeah, I
he has to
forgot
get
the
the chaos emeralds from Dr. Robotnik, but it's set up as like the whole entire setting is set up like this pinball machine, and like he has to dump the ooze in order to get all the blue chaos emeralds. Like they're not
Yep.
even like all of the. They're not even different color chaos emeralds. All like blue, and they're not even like the same shape or form as chaos emeralds.
Yep.
They're just gems. So like take that and like pretty much every single early 90s aesthetic, with catchphrases and all that stuff, jam it into that game and try your best in order to like take bits and pieces from Sonic media that are outside
Yeah,
of the
I
full
just
games,
I
put
just
it together,
Googled it. Sonic,
and then that's pretty much
I
Sonic.
just
Yeah.
Googled it. Sonic Spinball is a Sonic pinball machine game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what they
I'm,
just said.
I'm only asking because they've referenced like others like Sonic stuff like Labyrinth Zone and Mushroom Hill. Like
Yeah.
I was wondering if they was gonna really go off the beaten road and
If
reference that.
Spinball gets into any of the movies, I'm walking out. That's the only reason why I'm walking out.
Damn.
Yeah, Spinball was just interesting. It was an interesting part
keep in
of
mind,
Sonic
keep in
history that,
mind,
like to
Just
forget.
because some stuff, we know this very well, some stuff deserves to be forgotten in the burial of
Spinball
I'm
counts.
series.
I'm never gonna forget that. When you like lose in that game, like when you're about to like go into like the gutter, there's a fucking weird like just
It's a
jarring
weird
sound that
tune.
plays.
It's a weird tune.
That shit is imprinted in my head. I'm never gonna forget that sound effect.
It's like the PTSD of the drowning sound from all the Sonic
It's
games.
worse than that.
It is worse than that.
So yeah, that shit's gonna be that shit. I'm never forgetting that shit.
It's bad. I mean, like I would like I said before, I would like to see the Chaotix or like how Tasha said, like Amy Rose. It'll be very interesting to see like Amy in this.
Amy
rendition.
is probably a safe bet for a post-credit character reveal.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I already know the Chaotix is going to be like implemented in there at some point because that was also confirmed. So
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, with the if Shadow does well in Sonic 3, he's going to get his own spin-off series, and the Chaotix are going to be involved. So
That should have
Yeah.
happened with Knuckles though, but
it
man.
did, but Knuckles is one with shit.
We need to wrap this up.
Yeah, we need to be done, guys.
All right, okay.
So,
All right.
no, it's fine. We had a good conversation, but we're reaching an hour and a half. So,
Yeah, I know. It's all
Just,
good. It's all good.
yeah, just also real quick, happy birthday to the late and great Kevin Conroy. Rest in peace. Greatest Batman by far. Ow, shit, my hand. But yeah, so like I said, there's no podcast next week, but there will be that event. I will hopefully see you guys there. Hopefully it does blow up because it's going to be a very fun event. I can feel it. But yeah, that's basically about it. And also December 14th, check out Berg's final collab of the year. I'll be there. It's a Mario Triathlon. If y'all want to join, go ahead. But yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys next week for that. See you guys.
Peace.
See ya.
Bye.